I have a gross man story. Do you want to hear a gross man story? I went to the pub. I've been going out to pubs quite a lot recently. Same pub. And this guy at the bar asked me what I do. And I was like, tarot reading, blah. He was, asked me how much I could charge. And I was like, it depends what you're looking for. And he was like, oh, I'm looking for like an in-person reading with you. And I'm like, okay, that's £80. And he was like, I'm not paying £80. That's disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever. It's my most popular type of reading, but that's fine. You don't have to do that. So I start to leave, and his friend or somebody that he knew had misheard what I said, and he said, oh, you're a masseuse, are you? Kind of gross, like, oh, you're a masseuse, wink, wink. Happy ending masseuse. And I was like, no, I'm a tarot card reader. And he was like, oh, what does that mean? And then I was like, I do tarot cards, pull tarot cards. And he was like, oh yeah, I don't really do tarot. I went to a tarot thing once and paid 20 quid, and she told me I'd been in an accident and I'd walked in limping, so I knew it was all bollocks. And I was like, okay, fine. And he was like, so if I were to book you for a reading, how much would that cost me? And I said, it's £80 for an in-person reading, 45 minutes to an hour reading. And he was like, £80? Who's going to pay you £80? That's disgusting. You're ripping people off. A scam. You're scamming people. I went, I'm not scamming people. And he's like, well, what do you tell them what dead people say? And I'm like, no, I don't talk to dead people. That's not how I work. It's not my readings. I'm not a psychic medium. And he was like, oh, okay, so what do you do? I'm like, I help people grow and develop emotionally and in their lives in general. And he was like, I said, the tarot is a tool to help people reach a point in their life where they can make big changes. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, so you're not a masseuse? I'm like, no, I'm not a masseuse. It's like, so if I booked a tarot card reading with you, would it include extras? I said, for an extra £5, I could do a pendulum reading. And he was like, what's pendulum? I went, exactly. I'm going to need to go now. So I went and sat down, but I was like secretly fuming that I hadn't just told him to fuck off in the first place, because he was gross and disgusting from the very beginning. And I was cursing my still programmed overly politeness that leaves me talking to these people that, one, are not going to fucking buy a reading from me, and two, are going to infer that if they do book a reading with me, they want sexual extras. I charge a lot more for that.